Alright folks, so here we go. We finally got some data download stuff in PLUMERIA, as well as an update, which we'll go over like the update in a separate video. Yeah, that's actually some pretty cool stuff in there, right? But for the data download, we do have some information here. So thanks to the Datamined on Twitter, absolutely, we do know what the next, I wouldn't say what the next, the new sync pair data that are added into the game. Keep in mind, this doesn't mean they're 100% banner units or whatever. They could be story units. They could be, they could be free-to-play event units, free-to-play story units. They could be like Wallace or Mallow, like, they just appear in the story or some kind of event or whatever, right? And not actually be summonable or whatever, right? Just keep in mind, it's not. This doesn't mean these are all 5-star banner units. But here we go. We got Citron and Helios, which is just Clement, right? GUZMA, Glisopod, Plumeria, and Salazar. So we got the we got the Team Skull duo there, and also we got Citron. So finally, for those who are GUZMA fan, finally got your boy GUZMA. So this is actually kind of interesting because apparently like none of the units from like the 6-month anniversary trailer, like none of these were actually in this data mine, right? This data update. Wally's not in here, Dawn wasn't in here, Lily's not here, right? Who else? And none of the the Signature Suit units, Leaf, Blue, whatever. And again, do keep in mind, they're not guaranteed banners, right? They could be something else or whatever, right? But for those who are panicking, who aren't like fans of GUZMA, Plumeria, or Clement, which apparently there already are folks who aren't too satisfied about these leaks, right? Don't worry, like it's not. Some people are kind of jumping the gun a bit, saying, "Oh, next month's gonna be trash." Like, but this could very possibly be like just this month, just in a few days, right? This could very possibly just be like late March stuff and not like early April stuff at all, right? It could be like maybe late March stuff, maybe stretch it out to like early April, maybe. Again, do keep in mind, doesn't mean all 3 of these are going to be banner units. Doesn't mean these are all summonable units, right? Some of these, I would assume at least one would be, right? But yeah, it could still all just be late March content, not April content yet. So don't freak out. So anyways, let's go over some of these units then. So we don't have the exact info on these yet, and when they do come out, I will make a separate video going over all the information, their moves and stats and all that stuff, if they do come out to be summonable units, all that, right? Or player usable characters, right? So GUZMA, we are getting Glisopod, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, literally, who else is he gonna get? Like, Ariados? Like, come on. Of course it's gonna be Glisopod. There's literally, like, there's no second choice for GUZMA. No second choice. It had to be Glisopod, right? And Glisopod is a very, very interesting Pokemon in the main series, right? So a Glisopod does have a pretty interesting ability called Emergency Exit. It would be really cool to see how they kind of want to implement this into Pokemon Masters, right? So Emergency Exit in the main series, what it does is after you drop below half of full HP, it'll flee in wild battles or switch out in trainer battles, and only activate when Pokemon's HP falls above half to below half. It doesn't. If it doesn't activate at the time, it will not activate at all or whatever, right? So basically, it swaps out in the main series. And that could be pretty interesting to implement, right? Maybe in co-ops, we could have like some kind of similar ability. Although they don't really call like the abilities, the same names as they are in the main series, right? The passives, right? Like Intimidate in this game is called like Terrify or something, right? Like they do not use the exact same names, but they do give in similar effects, right? Like Eevee as Baton Pass, but it's not actually called Baton Pass. It's called something else, which I can't remember, right? Benefactor, right? Benefactor. So yeah, it could have some kind of emergency exit similar ability when it's like low HP. Maybe in a pinch. In a pinch would be much more desirable rather than like half HP, because in this game, you know, a lot of this does rely on your buffs, right? You don't want to like buff like a bunch of times and then just get swapped out, right? So, Glisopod. Let's go over more about Glisopod. The Glisopod, I mean, it could be like a tech or support, I guess, but it would be really, really nice if it was a striker. Would be even more nice if it was a bug type striker, because, I mean, Nolan's not bad. Nolan's, you know, pretty decent, but it would be really, really nice to have a more consistent bug type striker, because the biggest problem with Nolan, again, Nolan's really strong. Biggest problem with Nolan is Fury Cutter is not 100% accuracy, and when that chain breaks, your Fury Cutter's damage is just gone, right? So it'd be really nice if we had a more consistent bug type striker in Glisopod. That would be nice. If it's water type, I mean, I wouldn't cry about it either, which would be really weird if it's water type though. But hey, if it is water type for some reason, I mean, if I were to bet on it, it's probably going to be bug type. But if it's water type, not that big of a deal. I mean, you know, for those who don't have Chris, it would be a really good option as well. Even though, you know, water types already have like 2 really decent options in Chris and Crash Awake, right? So that's Glisopod and Guzma, right? I've also heard rumors about Guzma also having a story event for himself, so that might mean something. That might indicate that he could be a summable unit, right? So there's that as well. Could be he could have an event. We could have some new stuff for Guzma, right? So let's go over Plumeria. So apparently, a few people actually didn't know who Plumeria is. It's like the big sister in Team Skull, right? Plumeria, and she is going to have Salazar. And yes, I can't wait for Salazar to come in this game, because Salazar, poison fire type. I can't wait for another fire type in this game. We need more fire types, man. No, obviously we don't need any more fire types. So please be poison type. I know it's probably gonna be poison type, but there's like a really off chance it's like fire type. Like they could release Salazar as a fire type on April Fool's just to troll us, give us another fire type, right? But yeah, it's very likely going to be poison type, which is something we do kind of need as well. Scolipede, Crobat, and Ariados. All 3 of these are not bad. All 3 of these are pretty decent, right? But it would be nice if we just get like a 5-star poison type unit. That would be really cool as well. But again, you know, we don't know yet if it's even summable or not. The Salazar, please be poison. Don't be fire. Salazar could, I mean, it could also be like a tech unit. It could be like some kind of like toxic unit, right? Tech, toxic thing. Even though we're to have Crobat for that. But hopefully it is a striker with like, you know, Venoshock, whatever, Sludge Bomb, maybe, you know, just your run-the-mill, I guess, poison striker moves or whatever. Does it even, yeah, it has, I mean, it's this poison type. Poison types should all have Sludge Bomb. Most of them, at least, right? Sludge Wave, maybe AoE kind of thing. Who knows? But again, hopefully it is a poison type and not fire type. It's really hard to screw this one up. As long as it's not fire type, it should be good, right? And last one, we got Clement. And Clement is paired up with a Helios. Again, for the last time, it's not confirmed it's a banner or whatever. It could be some kind of story unit. It could be, you know, like Wallace, Mallow just showing up in some story thing, right? But yeah, if it is a banner unit, another electric type. Do you really need another electric type, though? I mean, Pikachu's already an absolute monster. Zipstrika's still a monster, right? Rotom hits pretty hard as well for support. I mean, I guess it could be like a tech unit. Although we're having like the Dene for like a paralysis tech thing, electric type. I don't know, right? As for how Helioptile will be, I have no clue. Maybe like another. What are its stats? Speed, special attack. Could be a special striker, maybe. Special electric type striker with thunder, maybe. I don't know. But parabolic charge. Who knows? But if it has Thunder, hopefully it has self-accuracy boost, or else it will just have to rely on Sabrina or Signet Suit Alyssa to help it out, right? But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with I said Helioptile, but it's mine to be healless, right? Yeah, it is healless, so yeah, hopefully it's not terrible. But anyways, oh, absolutely another tweet. How do I hate this new Twitter layout. I'll just refresh it and see what happens. Or not. Oh, that's a note. That's Twitter notification. Never mind. But anyways, there we go. Again, thanks for Absolutely for getting us this info. When more of their new moves, stats, and all that stuff come out, I will be doing a follow-up video going over all that stuff. So anyways, that's for this one. Right now, I will be also doing a video right after this, going over the update and all the stuff in there, right? And that's officially in the game. Again, these are just, you know, leaks, rumors, whatever you want to call them, Datamined stuff. And anyways, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for some more PLUMERIA content. And I'll see you guys in a bit.